Hey, welcome to Newsbreak. My name's Nat. Let's see what's making news. Coming up on the show, a plastic game changer, the 17-year wait for these guys, and it's slime time. But before we get started, why don't you hit subscribe? It's a button, it's right there. A stack of big companies have just signed a deal to massively reduce plastic waste. And it's not just about cutting down, it's about making sure all plastic packaging is recyclable, reusable, or compostable by 2025. Here's Kale.
Floating far from its natural habitat, this deep-sea predator is wreaking havoc. Whether it's David Attenborough, or it's just me saying it, there's no denying that plastic is a big problem. In Australia alone, more than 800,000 tonnes of plastic waste ends up in landfill or the environment every year. And it's why many of Australia's biggest companies have decided to do something about it. More than 60 companies, including Coles, Woolies, Coca-Cola and Nestle, have signed up to something called the ANZPAC Plastic Pact.
By 2025, the Pact wants to achieve 4 key things. Get rid of unnecessary plastic packaging, increase plastic waste collection, increase the amount of recycled content used to make packaging, and make all plastic packaging reusable, recyclable, and compostable.
They're big goals, but experts say they're important. Now those big companies can get to work making it happen. And leave me, David Attenborough, to focus on animals.
India's west coast has been hit by a powerful cyclone. Cyclone Tauktae brought strong winds and rain, uprooting trees and destroying buildings. At least 16 people have died and 200,000 people have had to evacuate. All the wind and rain also means flooding. Rail systems, ports and airports in affected areas have all had to close. Did you hear that? That's the sound of our next story. More specifically, it's the sound of billions of cicadas in the US emerging after 17 years underground. Here's Leela.
There'll be birth. There'll be death. There'll be romance in the treetops.
Yep, get ready for the next Hollywood blockbuster. No, really. These Brood-X periodic cicadas have an epic story. It all takes place in North America.
They're going to emerge in such massive numbers synchronously, they'll fill the belly of every predator that wants to eat them, and there'll still be enough left over to perpetuate their species. Boom.
Yep, after spending the first 17 years of their life growing underground, living off tree roots, billions of cicadas are finally out in the open all at once. And first things first, a costume change.
They shed their skins, and by morning, they're going to assume that wonderful color, jet black body, bright red eyes, orange wings, and head up to the relative safety of the treetop.
That's where the romance happens. Then female cicadas lay their eggs, and 6 weeks later, they hatch and fall to the ground, and the babies go underground to grow. As for the parents, they only live above ground for about 3 weeks before they die. And the cycle starts all over again.
When I was in school, we used to collect little cicada shells off trees and pop them on our shirts, like little pets. No? Maybe it was a fad. You know what else is a fad that keeps coming back? Slime. So before we go, I thought we'd check out a little segment I like to call Slime Time Television. Have you ever looked at snail slime and thought, hey, let's collect a bunch of that and make soap? Nope. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter what you think because this French artisan thought it was a great idea. He's collected the slime of thousands of snails to make special snail soap. People have been using snail mucus for centuries because apparently it's good for your skin. Slime soap. Last night, Scarlett Johansson won big at the MTV Movie and TV Awards, picking up this year's Generation Award.
Thank you so much to my fans for riding the wave with me and for supporting my career.
But what we weren't expecting was for her husband and comedian Colin Jost to slime her during her speech.
MTV, you got slimed!
That's Nickelodeon!
Yeah, whoops. I think he was going for something a little more like this. Wrong show, Colin, but good effort.
It's really...
No, let me get it!
Love you.
Usually there are 3 items in this segment, but couldn't really find another one that had slime in it, so... Ooh. Slime. Well, that's all the news we've got for you today. In the meantime, don't forget you can hit subscribe to stay in the loop and maybe see more slime. Probably not, but you'll see me again tomorrow. Bye.